Hey everyone, it is your girl Najaam. So I am back. Sorry I abruptly left, but I'm back and so much happened during the space of basically I think it was gone for about 3 hours. And in that span of time, so much downloads, messages, understanding. Oh my god, I can't even get into it because there's a lot to process. Hold on. A lot to process, and once I really grasp everything, then I'll be able to at least talk to you guys a little bit further on that. But so much information just came onto my desk. It was just like, what's going on today? Why now? Why today? But that's what happens when you work in the spiritual realm and you are a spiritualist and you are working on yourself, helping other people, working online and helping other people online. And I do all this. I love what I do. Yeah, I was just cut out for this stuff. The more that I go on with my day and each day and working on myself, this is what I want to do. This is what I was called to do. I was eating some plantain, so if you see little bits, and that is why. And I probably need more lips. Rihanna, you do me well, girl. Anyways, yeah, it was just a lot. And anyways, so I need to get back to work. I am doing some research at the same time. I do that a lot while I'm working. I'm listening to classes, teachings. I do that simultaneously. So I'm learning while I'm working at the same time. And I think that's been the best way so far of me learning. I am in class basically all day into the night because just to give you a bit of insight on my spiritual practice, and I'll go further into it another day. But I wake up in the morning and I have a series of things to do. Part of my path of being going on the path of brahmacharya, right? That's the path I'm going towards, sannyasi into brahmacharya. And it's a process of learning a lot, learning languages at the same time. And even with my hair, okay, these beautiful jatas of mine, jatas. Jatas is another word for locks in Hindi, Sanskrit. And so I will always have one of them sticking up. That's been my calling. That's something that I've learned in this journey from my set of locks and from my pathway. I will always have an alfalfa look going on with one of my locks. That's just the way it is. That I learned. It don't matter. See, put it down, go back up. It don't matter. It is always going to be like that from what I'm learning. And I will wet this thing, do all kind of stuff, and then by the time, it'll go right back. It never fails. Anyways, so even last night, it was so funny because one of my sisters in the Sangha, she contacted me about starting her jatas. And then I was like, hey, let me know the number of jatas that we're supposed to have. Well, lo and behold, last night, my guru announces how many jatas we're supposed to have, especially the ones who are disciples, ones who are his students. And I learned that I'm supposed to have 81 jatas on my hair, and is a connection, right? Your hair, your connection. I call them these beautiful antennas that just And so last night I'm there combining because I had more than 81 jatas in the, you count them individually. I had more than 81. I had 95. And so I still have a few work to do of combining. So for my texture hair, and while we're doing this, because we're supposed to pull it up into one at some point, get them extended and put them up into one to start the process of the spiritual path. It needs to sit at least 12 inches high or 1 foot, and then you're placing your spiritual self, your whole self, to sit on top in the spacing of meditation at all times. So it's a serious practice that I'm in, but I love it. So because of the texture of my hair, I am starting first with combining. So I'm combining and then allowing it to take hold. So it'll take a few weeks, and then do the extension part of adding on. So it'll be adding on hair to this, where sometimes I'm into that, sometimes I'm not, but just to add on in order to start the process. A lot of my hair is still long, but just to get that process going. And then once it gets to that, I can take it out and just my own hair. Or I can just wait, and allow my hair to catch up to the length. But my first set of locks was basically past my butt. It was like going down my thigh, and so that reminded me of like, okay, yeah, my hair can get to there, but it takes years. So if I want to get into the practice quicker, I am going to basically add hair to start the process of this spacing, and then once it grows to certain maximum length, then I can take those out and the rest is my hair. So I don't need to like add from the top here down. That's not the point. Point would be to add from the bottom here down, to bring this union, this extended union. So we'll see. It's a process, but the first process I started last night, which is the combining to get it to 81 jatas. So I'm almost done. I had the rest of the front to do, but I did the back last night of combining, and so today I'm going to go through later on and make sure they're properly combined, and if I have to recombine, I will. So the whole point is getting 81 locks for this process. Now there is a whole different sequence of numbers in the scriptures, the Vedas, the Agamas, the Shastras, or whatever. There's many scriptures that when it comes to the Vedic, so they come under the umbrella of the Vedic. So there is 108 jatas. There's less than 81, and then there's like ones where it's 60, 66 or 65, something like that, jatas. So it all depends on the pathway you're taking and that connection. So the hair means a lot. There's something with that. Is the extension, the space you're creating. Remember, your hair actually is the reflection of from within, okay, the spirit that dwells. So it's the extension of that, it's the mirror of that. So that's why everyone's different. And no matter what, it don't matter if you went to the same hairdresser, got it done, by the time you're done, it go look different than the next person, because after a while, once it shapes and forms and everything, it creates its own ambiance of the being within. Alright guys, alright, so let me get back to work. There's a little bit of teaching, a lot of teaching, and I gotta edit this video so you guys can watch it later on today. Love you. Click the links below, everything's below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share this video. There's a chock full of information here. Okay, share, like the video. Alright guys, okay, have an awesome, beautiful day, and I'll see you in the next one.